Hey everybody, Corey from the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast again. I'm coming at you with another repair video. Today we're going to be working on Let's Talk More Work! Excuse me? You shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up, you hear me? Stop talking, do the shit, because you need to shut the fuck up. Can you stop saying fuck? People's kids might be watching. Toy collectors can't get laid. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I have 2 children. You don't know anything. That means I did it with a girl 2 whole times. You're a bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Stop saying fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna bite your fucking nose off. You can't bite my nose off. I'm gonna bite your fucking nose off. That's right, you little bitch. Somebody shit my pants. Everybody around here thinks Duke's a bitch. Hey guys, the reason that this video is a little different is because I got a request from, got a request on, YouTube in a comment under my last, elbow crack repair video. Could I please do one up close? Nice gentleman posted on and you know, conversation starter. He said that he would love to see the up close video. If you want to check out the conversation, check out the comment and be part of the conversation, you can check that out. His name is Neil Downer. I think it's Neil Downer is his name. I'm gonna do the baking soda and super glue repair that I had previously recorded, and I'm gonna do it up close, so you're gonna get to see my 45-year-old man hands instead of my 45-year-old man face. So, to start, this figure is not in terrible shape, but both elbows are cracked. I cannot stress enough that if you are planning to do this repair, please try it on a beater. Try it on several beaters. I have done this a ton of times. In fact, I mean, not all of my figures have cracked elbows. I haven't had to repair every figure, but every figure with a cracked elbow, I do repair at one point or another. I've done so many now at this point that it took me a while of searching through my figures to find one. These guys, their cracked elbows on these Techno Vipers is just about as common as cracked elbows on Alley Vipers. I did this one recently. Haven't found any paint yet to paint him up properly, but here you go. There's his elbows. I did a beater Stormy just because I was bored and needed a little practice because I hadn't done one in a while, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to screw up the good one. And so, hey, why not? This guy might get customized. I don't know, but he's got paint on him. Like, I don't know, somebody tried to paint him to make him nicer and failed miserably, so he's going to get a vodka bath. And yeah, you see all this shitty paint on him. Somebody super fucked, but he's got a nice sigil. So anyway, let's get down to business. Here's a Techno Viper with a pretty good crack in his elbow. So I'm going to start with, first of all, trying not to be super shitty with the camera and make sure that I'm actually on screen all the time, because working up close like this, sorry the camera's moving because I bumped it, because I always bump the camera because my camera work is terrible. Yeah, I up close like this I tend to wander, so I'm going to try and make sure that I have him framed all the time. Anyway, here goes with the cocaine, not cocaine. Sorry, I was doing coke earlier and I just have it on my brain. So I've worked some of this in with the old fingernail here, thumbnail, fingernail, whatever, you know. The thumbs are fingers, aren't they? Man, I keep bumping the camera. My camera work sucks. And there's some more. Gonna extend that a little bit. Gonna extend it. Make sure I'm in frame. Extend, extend. And dumpy dump. Extend, push, extend, dump. Just really work it in there. Make sure it's in there good. And now I'm gonna put my thumb over the crack and I'm gonna blow it off. Just try and get the excess off so it doesn't leave a bunch of residue for when I drop some glue on here, which is gonna be now. Man, I sure am talking a lot. Okay, so applying the glue. First of all, liquid, not gel. Gel sucks, doesn't work well for this stuff. Liquid does, flows better, and downside to that, and I'm going to show you here. When I put the drop on, I err on the side of the rivet because too close to here and the glue could wick straight into that joint, and you don't want that to happen, which is why, again, I can't stress this enough. The first time you try this, do it on a beater. So here goes. I'm going to put a drop. Actually, I'm going to turn the arm a little bit so that if it does start to flow, it goes, I don't know, gravitationally. Just a small drop. And now I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife and I'm going to take that small drop and I'm going to push it into the joint. And yeah, I'm just working this in there. That's basically, this is creating it's creating a putty, kind of like Millie Putt, but it's, I don't know, I like this better for this sort of thing because it's thinner than Millie Putt. Anyway, yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just working this glue down into that joint. And now, I don't know if you can see or not, there's still a little tiny bit of glue residue, so I'm going to take some more. I'm going to stop bumping the camera because my camera work, man, sucks. I'm going to put a little bit more of the powder on there, and you can see that that has built up there a little bit on the top, and I'm just going to work that in. I'm using my fingernail, and that's because I just want to. You can try some other tool. I just always use my fingernail. And blowing it off again. So, that is it. I'm going to go ahead and put one more tiny dab on here because there's just a little bit of powder that's not quite set, and I'm going to go ahead and work that onto there. It's a teeny tiny little dab, and now a little more powder onto the dab. And I got a little bit into the joint. So now you can see me fix that, because that's actually not that big of a deal. You just need a good sharp pick and you can get in there, and if you get a little bit into the joint, it's not a big deal. It'll come back out. Just throw some powder on it quick so it doesn't seep down into the joint any further. And you'll be able to clean that out. Anyway, but what you want to see is this elbow joint here. So, now that I have done all this, I put a little bit more glue on the top and a little bit more powder to set it. And so, this stuff will scrape right off with my fingernail. And it looks all garbagey now, but it give me, 15 seconds or however long, and I will have the garbage off of it, and it'll look like it was before, only with a big white stripe down the middle of it that looks terrible and needs to be painted. Picks are a good thing to have, like good sharp picks. Mine are neither good nor sharp, but they do the job. Again, this is a thing to practice on a beater. Like, super important. Don't try this on an expensive figure, because I don't want you to mess it up and blame me. Sorry if I'm talking too much. I guess it's just the way I am. Got a little bit of stuff down in the rivet joint, but that's going to come right out. That's the nice thing about it being on exterior, is that it's going to pop right out. Once it gets into the joint, it's nice and hard, and it's set, and it's bonding, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. So I hope that this video didn't offend you too much, and that there wasn't too much talking, and that there was a little more information in it that was to your liking. Everybody, not any one person specifically, just everybody, you know, in case everybody doesn't like all the talking, and everybody, you know, wants me to just do the work and not talk so much. You know, I probably talked a lot less in this video. You know, I don't think I've ever mentioned how much I really like dump trucks. What I'm doing now is I got a little bit of glue, and I got a little, this doesn't usually happen, but I was a little nervous. I feel like I'm on the spot a little bit. But I got a little bit of glue and baking soda into the joint, which can happen. You don't want it to happen, but it does. In that instance, you just get your X-Acto knife and very delicately, you know, it's a process, it's methodical, but just take a little bit and it'll come out. No big deal. See? It comes out pretty easy. I don't know how well this is focusing, because I'm not really looking at the camera, I'm more looking at the figure. But anyway, for anybody that was interested in this, in a close-up version of this repair, there it is. I don't know if I mentioned before that I use water-based diaper wipes to get into this joint here. If there's a little bit of powder or glue or whatever that you can't quite get out, then the water-based wipe will get in there and work for you. So anyway, there he is. One freshly repaired elbow crack. This is a 13-minute video, and that seems like awful long for all that I did. But whatever. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's plenty of other content that's not Joe related if you're into He-Man and Transformers and shit. Check out our Facebook page. Check out our Facebook group, both called Cracktastic Plastic. You can find us on Instagram, Cracktastic Plastic. You can find us on Twitter, Cracktastic Pod. You can find us on Patreon, Cracktastic Plastic. You can find the links to all of that stuff at cracktasticplastic.com, as well as some other stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's all that I have. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Blah, 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 blah.